So it was 2018. Elon Musk had just sent a car to space with Starman in the front seat. And a day before my exam, I'm trying to figure out how to send my laptop to a friend. I mean, this isn't a problem for 21st century. This is a task that can be so easily delegated to somebody else, and we wouldn't have to waste our precious time on it. This just didn't make sense. And that was the problem for which we invented the solution called Chat-bert logistics. I'm Tanmaay Khurana, I'm co-founder of Chat-bert, and the friend that I speak fondly of is my now co-founder, Lakshya Chhabra. So Chat-bert is a hyperlocal logistics startup. What that means for you end consumers is we provide you the luxury of a seven-star hotel. The services that you get there, meaning we'll get you whatever you want from throughout the city at whatever time you want. We provide that kind of luxury to the end consumer, and for businesses, we provide a different opportunity. Right now, Amazon is the only player that has the capability to deliver stuff within 2 hours. We have the logistical capability to provide that to every business. That's what we're talking about. So Chat-bert is a fastest, self-sustainably growing startup in the end mile delivery space right now. And we plan to grow without taking funding. That being said, if you offer us $1 million, we will take it. So these 17-year-old entrepreneurs is a very fancy term. We like to throw it around a lot. You know, it's great for marketing. But what I've realized is that it is overhyped to you people, and I don't think of it as that big of a deal. And I'm going to explain why. So first point being time. Whenever you hear the term 17-year-old entrepreneur, what you think is the guy is in 12th grade. 12th grade meaning the holy grail to success in our country. And with that, he's managing his own startup. How does it all work out? So my simple answer is, let's start with a story. So when I was in 10th grade, I was just, doing school, like normal kids. And at that time, I thought I couldn't do any more things. In 11th, I started taking tuitions and going to the gym and, attending school, obviously. And then at that point of time, I thought I couldn't do any more things. Then I got into 12th. I had extra classes, events, business meetings, startups, gym, tuitions, all of those things. And now I still think I can't do any more things. How's that? How does it make sense? As I went in and thought deeper, what I've realized is that earlier on, I was focusing on 80% of the things that were only providing me with 20% of the reward. And as time went on, I've started doing the 20% of the things that are rewarding me 80%. Now, time is the most precious commodity we have, but the greatest minds of our generation are working on making us addictive and overstimulating the instant gratification monkey that we have in our heads. So all of these apps, Instagram, YouTube, all of these apps, if you're not a content creator, they're sucking up your time, and they're not even in the 80% category that are providing you 20% results. They're not providing you with anything, they're just stealing time away from you. That is one category that I've thought once eradicated allows you to do tons of more opportunities. Now, second thing is the school and society. Right now, when a child goes into school, their state of mind is of that of curiosity. They're always asking questions. Why is this? What is that? We've all seen this, right? But as soon as we get out of school, we don't have that curiosity in us anymore. Do you know why? It's because school teaches us to replace curiosity with compliance. The conventional schools tell us not to ask questions about what is happening, just accept it and move on. That always leave a gap of understanding in our minds. Furthermore, the concept in our society that is going on right now is of well-roundedness. Be good at everything. What good has ever come out of being mediocre? When you're good at everything, you're thrown into a pool of mediocrity. You do not remain great at anything anymore. Which category of people do you think have made more impact on the world? The people that were great at one thing that they did, that were known for the one thing that they did? Or the people that were, just doing everything? It's very clear. People who did one thing at a time were, and those that were great at it, were the ones that have made valuable addition to this world. Furthermore, schools were originally made by the Britishers in order to get, work their bureaucratic system. But now I believe they're only useful for professionals. So if you want to become a doctor, lawyer, and engineer, do attend school. I do not want a doctor that has not attended 12th operating on me. That's very clear. But for creatives, for entrepreneurs, school is not right now providing the value that is needed. Because entrepreneurship is like push ups. You can't teach somebody or show them in a book how to do push ups. That won't do them any value. You have to get down on the ground and do those push ups. That's the same with these creatives and entrepreneurs. That's what is needed right now. Now, what school does provide you is a pressure environment. And from that pressure environment, what do you learn? Which is very important, which is extremely important, is leveraging your external validations. Now, let me explain how a story of my leveraging. So, when we were in Thai and we were building out Chat-bert, what we realized is that initially you need to get the word out, right? You need to let people know about what you're doing through some PR. So we leveraged our position with Thai, which is a very famous organization. And by leverage, I mean ask them politely, not strong arm them, obviously. And ask them politely to give us a contact at a media house. At that media house, we leveraged our connection with Thai and their connection with Thai to get an article out. And that article was leveraged by me to get to starting an entrepreneurship society in my school. And unknowingly, that was again leveraged in order to me being here. The guys at the selection saw that article, and that's the reason I'm here. And this opportunity, this TED Talk, is going to be leveraged for much more things. Things that I plan and things I don't plan. All of it is going to go for what I'm trying to achieve. And why do I say external validation and not hard work? Because hard work is unseen. Ask any entrepreneur, successful or failed, hard work is unseen. My parents were more proud of the fact that I had been invited to TED than the fact that I had been putting in 18-hour work days every day. That's the state we are in. And that's okay. That's their point of view. So my point being, do not chase external validation, but when you're doing what you're doing, when you do get some external validation, do remember to use it to your advantage. Leverage it into getting what you want. Now, third point being, what you might think is a difficulty for a young entrepreneur is being inexperienced. So, two things happen when you're inexperienced. First, you're underestimated. When I was taking my first 5 to 10 meetings, and the guy at the other end of the table used to ask me that, how old are you and for how long have you been running this business or what are your qualifications and stuff like that, then I used to lie, right? Because that was my insecurity. But over time, I've realized that being underestimated is the best position you can be in. Being underestimated is the best position you can be in because at that point of time, no matter what you do, you will outperform other people's expectations because their expectations of you are none. Even if you underperform by your standards, you will outperform what they're thinking. And when you're underestimated, you're at that point where what you've got to lose is very less and what you've got to achieve is very more. That's one great thing. And second is you come up with innovations when you're inexperienced. So a couple of months back, we're sitting down and we're trying to hire some recruits for our startup. And the recruiters are asking questions and they're taking it for granted that we want postgraduates. So they're not even asking that. So they're asking, from which colleges do you want postgrads? From which colleges do you want interns? This is the IITs, IIMs, all of those things were on the table, and we were about to sign off on it till the point we realized the hypocrisy. We were in 12th standard. We could not get a job at our own company if we signed that. And obviously, we were more than competent to be in that organization as we were running it. So that was a big hindrance that we found. And the innovation that came out of that, of us being inexperienced, of not knowing what the standards are, was that we've made it a policy that we do not hire or discriminate on basis of your age or your education qualification. Now, what that lets us do is incredible. We tap into this whole market of people that are underappreciated by the society, but that are great at what they do. Right now, IIT, IIMs, all of these fancy brand names are what's selling. But when you look at the rest of the market, there are some incredibly intelligent people. And you can hire them from a business perspective from 1/10 of the cost that you would pay to an IIT, IIM. And you're getting the exact same stuff. We're just hiring on the basis of your ability to get your task done. That's a major innovation that we're doing. Why do I believe that's an innovation? Because understand the people that did not get the opportunity to go to these fancy schools. The level of now they've been underappreciated all their life, and now they've got this motivation that their past does not matter. Their insecurities are not being seen here. We see your strengths. How would you feel if somebody just pointed out your insecurities, that you're not this, that you're not this, and you can't even go in for an interview? But an organization that just saw your strengths and worked upon them. Now that's a place where I want to be, and that's the place that we are striving to create at Chat-bert. Now, I want to explain to you my love for entrepreneurship. It started a couple of years back. When I was 15, I was having my first startup. When I was having that first startup, I realized that entrepreneurs have this unique capability of having a massive impact, of having the ability to change people's lives. I do not care if it's 1 or 1 billion, but the highest effort to affect ratio is in being entrepreneurs, and that's why I wanted to be. Second, greater men than me have said that the greatest addictives in this world are cocaine and monthly salary. Those are the things that I did not want to get into. I swiped out of that loop from the beginning, and that's what I wanted to do. Third point being, I don't want to have to wake up at 7 a.m. and come back at 5 p.m. I want waking up at 5 a.m. and coming back at 2 a.m. Just because what I'm doing is so much fun. So much fun I'm able to create the impact that I want to create. I'm able to create the difference that I want to create. That's my idea. But this talk isn't about promoting you to take up entrepreneurship. That's not my reason of being here. My reason of being here is to tell you that no matter how many times people tell you no, how many times people tell you that at this age or with any of your qualifications you can't do a certain thing, you can't. You can. That's what I'm here to tell you. My point being, do what you can't. Thank you.